a little bit of a bad time for PUBG Mobile Pro League in Pakistan because they've had a share of $100,000 of prize pool not paid to them. Now, this event actually took place in March to April 2022. So that took place earlier this year and they're still waiting on that lengthy cash prize money. Now, IA Esports made a lengthy Instagram post about this situation because you'd be pretty annoyed as well. If you're owed up to $100,000, you're going to want to see a bit of that prize money. This is what IA Esports had to say. It's been 6 months and 10 days since the PMPL Pakistan Spring Split teams haven't yet received their part of the prize pool. Nodwin Gaming has given us multiple deadlines which they never met. Above that, now Nodwin Gaming stopped responding/replying to the teams who have now been forced us to raise our voices through our social media handles. And if there's anywhere to voice this, it is social media. Now I'm joined with Rabia, who is going to give us a little bit of insight into this and see your opinion. Hey Rabia, how are you? Not too bad, thank you, not too bad. Thank you for joining us to have a little chat about this. What are your thoughts on this prize pool not being paid out? What do you think?
I mean, it's pretty bad, no doubt, but me being following the South Asia esports scene for like more than 4 years, I I would say I'm not very surprised by this.
Yeah.
Things like these like happened in about smaller tournaments, and I remember one time when I was talking about being a caster with Nodwin, uh, one of their employees actually. And I was actually being told that even the casters who work with Crafton free and do like freelance casting, even they are not paid sometimes for even a year, which is like pretty bad. And I mean, even if you talk about the PUBG Mobile ban, we still not have any confirmation from Crafton, any statement from them. So Crafton has received this sort of criticism of being just shut up in the past as well. And if you talk about Nodwin, I don't know if they are the ones who are giving the prize pool. I mean, they already have it or not. But for me, I personally think that it's Crofton has paid maybe, and there have been some sort of issues from the Nodwin. I mean, know if they are being paid in Pakistan currency or if the rates are good enough or not, because
Mm.
international transactions, they do cut out, a huge portion of all the taxes, and even the current rates, they are not always the same. So I don't know what's the situation with that, but in terms of not being getting paid, it's not new.
No, it's one of those things, but it definitely needs to be combated because it's not a good thing. I mean, especially when these teams, they are the pros at these games. So they need to have some recompense for them doing so well. So do you think that is going to kind of be an issue going forward? And do you think a lot more teams are going to start kind of standing together and standing up for this?
uh, to be honest, I mean, obviously the change
Mm.
will come, but right now the esports scene in all these countries, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, etc., it's pretty new still,
Mm.
and it will take a few years before it will get mature enough so that all these incidents, they do not happen that much. We have seen a lot of contract breaches normally, and it's not like it's always bad, but situations like this will be tackled only if Crofton will start speaking a bit more and not be like, okay, you guys handle it, we are nowhere. They need to take the responsibility,
Definitely.
and I think it will take at least a few more years to get all those things fixed.
And do you think it's going to cause maybe a boycott of these events? Because, if this keeps happening quite fluently, it might cause teams to be like, you know what, well, if we don't take part, we're not going to get, the whole vibe of it. So do you think this could lead to maybe some teams boycotting future events?
Uh, I mean, right now there are. it's not just, it's not just craftsman,
Mm.
and it's also like smaller tournament organizers. But right now I see that the situation has improved, and these sort of things have been mostly happening with PUBG Mobile
Yeah.
specifically. So I think it's not just about the tournaments in general, it's particularly about Crafton not being handling things wisely. So I think obviously we have seen teams leaving the esports scene because they don't have enough revenue,
Yeah.
because of all these things that are happening. I mean, owning an esports team is already not very profitable. It's a high risk business, and after that, even if you're not getting any prize money, it's pretty hard to take all the things forward. So definitely a lot of tier teams, T2 teams, we leave because they don't have enough funds. So, but like I think uh, in general, talking about other esports games, I think it's not a major problem. Like with
Mm.
Valorant, the scene is going smoothly right now in South Asia. It's actually growing very properly. So I think it's just Nodwin and Crafter, they have to come along and they have to be more responsive.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. I mean, it's very insightful, and it's just one of those things. But that is a lot of money to miss out on, isn't it? I mean, we'd all like $100,000 to do something with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you for that.